Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again this week. So glad to have you with us again. This week's devotional is titled Followers Need What the World Cannot Give. I'm going to read the verse this week. I was going to have Haven read it, but it's got a few crazy words in it that I even have a hard time pronouncing. Matthew chapter 4, verses 23 through 25. Jesus went through Galilee, teaching in the synagogues, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom, and healing every disease and sickness among the people. News about him spread all over Syria, and people brought to him all who were ill with various diseases, those suffering severe pain, the demon-possessed, those having seizures, and the paralyzed, and he healed them. Large crowds from Galilee, the Decapolis, Jerusalem, Judea, and the region across the Jordan followed him. I know it's quite a mouthful there. When I was recently reading this passage, 4 words jumped out at me. It was at the very last part. Large crowds followed him. Jesus had large crowds follow him almost everywhere he went. Even when he tried to get away and be by himself, a lot of times large crowds followed him. And why is that? He was doing something different. Well, he's doing a lot of things differently. He was just doing stuff that nobody had ever seen before. He was doing new things that naturally caused people to follow him. If we see things that are new to us, if we see things we've never seen before, what do? I mean, think about when you've gone on a vacation before and you've gone down maybe a popular street in a town you've never been in, and things are happening you've never seen. You're interested to go along and to find out what's going on. It's intriguing. It interests us. People were interested in following Jesus. Now, when we think of followers today, a lot of what we think about when we hear the word followers, we think of social media. How many followers do we have? What are they seeing that we post? What cool things are we posting about? Now, I'm not saying that having followers is a bad thing on social media, but we got to realize when people are following us, what do we want them to see? Do we want them to see inspirational things that we post about, family pictures, important things, inspirational things, or are we just worried about posting cool things that we think the world wants to see? Jesus wasn't interested in the cool things of the world. He was doing the work of the Father. He was giving followers what the world could not give. He was teaching in a way nobody had ever seen before. Jesus wants us to follow him for a different life. He wants us to follow him to know God more. So as I think about this term followers, we need to follow what Jesus is telling us. When he's doing something in our life, follow him even more. Don't go the route of what the world is doing. It may seem cool at the time, but it's not cool. It's just going to lead us down a path we don't want to go. Following Jesus is very important, and the more we follow him, the more we know about him. He loves to teach us new things, and it's very important that if people follow us, that we're setting an example. Like the Apostle Paul, he always set an example for people who followed him, and he wanted people to know more about him. Do you have something to add to this?
No. Because basically, just like that, I'm definitely always just like, how many followers do I have? Even though that does not even matter, like, at all. Because, like, I definitely know that, of course, like, God can give more than we can. He can do the most impossible things ever. I don't really have a lot to say on that. It's such a hard topic to, like, do a story about.
It's different. What we got to remember, friends, is that followers need what the world can't give. Followers really need something different. They need to see something different. A lot of people follow the world. We get into the habit of following the world a lot, and we need to follow Christ more than anything. Christ wants us to follow him and to find new things in him, to follow him regardless of what the world does. So just encourage you to do that, to follow him no matter what the world is throwing at us. Just want to thank you for stopping by. As always, visit my webpage, you can check out my other videos. If you'd like to leave a comment about something you've learned or something you'd like to share, I would love it if you'd like to share that and I can respond to you. God bless and hope you have a great week. Take care.